Hello, fourth graders. Thank you for joining me today for Number Corner. What we are doing today is we are playing Color 10 for the final time. So this is game 4. Now the game's going to look a little bit different. So you've been used to playing it, but we're going to do it a little bit differently today. First, we are going to go over some example problems here. And what I want you to do is I want you to try your best on these problems. It doesn't matter if we get them right or wrong. What I want you to focus on is the process of how I'm getting from start to finish, because that's how you are going to be able to work on your homework, which is this page right here. But before we jump into that, let's go over these practice problems. Now, the first thing with this practice problem, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cover this one so we can focus on this one on the left. It says 3/8 plus 6/8. And what I'm going to do when I add fractions is I'm first going to check to make sure that my fraction has common denominators. So this has common denominators here, both the common denominators 8 and 8. So that means that I can just add across. So that means that I can just add 3 plus 6. And when I add 3 plus 6, I get 9. And then here's the interesting part. I don't add the denominators. The denominator stays the same as 8. And let me show you why. So as you can see here, I have drawn 3/8 as a pie chart and 6/8 as a pie chart. Now, the reason why our denominator stays 8 and doesn't become 16 is because these pieces are empty. They are not filled. If it were to become 16, then we would have to have one circle like this. This is what our 16th circle would look like. And remember, we're not changing the size of the pieces. We're only adding the amount of pieces we have. We're not changing the size to be smaller. So here's what it looks like when it's drawn out. So here is what the 8th circle looks like when we took the 3/8 plus 6/8 and made it. How many eighths do we have? Well, what we have to do is we can count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know they're a different color because remember, we had 6 here. We're just adding 3 pieces to it. 6, 7, 8, which is one whole, and then finally 9. So we have 9/8. Or if you look at it this way, it could either be 9/8 or one whole. So it could be 9/8, or it could be as a mixed number, 1 and 1, because we just have one piece in this circle and it's out of 8 pieces. So that is how we are able to think about this as a mixed number and an improper fraction with some visuals here. So let's keep going on. So the next problem is adding a whole number to a fraction. So when we're adding 6 plus 2/5, one thing that we can do is we can consider this 6 to be over 1, which means this. Like I can put this over. Oh, that was not a straight line. I can put it over 1. Now, it might seem like, are we changing the number at all? No, but no, let me show you why. So here I have 6 wholes. Each of these represent one whole. If I were to put my 6 over 1, so if I were to do something like this and I were to put 6 over 1, that does not change the value of any of these circles because that just means that each circle, it has one piece. So this circle is one piece. It's not split up at all. Same with this one, same with this one, this one, this one, and this one. All of the circles have one piece, which just means it is one whole, which is why we are able to put a whole number over 1 and it doesn't change the value. So if we keep going here, we have 6 over 1 plus 2/5. Remember, with adding fractions, our first step is to find common denominators. That is required. So what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to do that. So let's think about 1 and 5. What's a common denominator between 1 and 5? Well, 1, I know that 1 can be multiplied into pretty much any number. So why don't I just multiply 1 by 5? Why don't I do this? 1 times 5. And then remember our rule with fractions. Whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So I multiplied the bottom by 5, so I'm going to do that same thing to the top. So then if I add that out, that is 30, because 5 times 6 equals 30 over 5, plus, I didn't do anything to my 2/5. And now that I have common denominators, I can just add across. So 30 plus 2 equals 32/5. But now this is a really big improper fraction. So I want to think about how can I make this a mixed number. So you're going to go ahead and you are going to divide 32 by 5. I'm going to do that right here. 32 divided by 5. When I see how many times does 5 go into 32, I know that goes into there 6 times. There is 30 pieces. And then if I am to subtract there, I can see that I have 2 left over. So our whole number will be something like this. It is going to be 6 and what else? What else? 6 and our remainder, which is 2. So 6 and 2/5. So what's funny is that we didn't really have to do anything to this problem. We got our final answer here. But as an improper fraction, it's 32/5. So let's keep going on and let's see what our homework is for today. Here is your homework. We're playing Color 10. It's the 4th time we've played. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. You're going to click this spinner. We have a brand new spinner today. And if you notice, each of these are different. There's thirds, sixths, and 12ths. Last time we played halves, fourths, and eighths. Now it's going to be thirds, sixths, and 12ths. So any number that you spin, here's going to be my first turn, 9. I'm going to choose a denominator. If I got 9, I'm going to choose a denominator that's either third, sixth, or 12th. Well, my goal, again, is to get to 10 completed circles filled in. 10 of these circles you want. So if I want to get 10 of them, I'm going to choose 9 sixths. Because I know that if I am going to color in 9 of my 6 pieces, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1 whole. And then 7, 8, and finally 9. So currently I have 1.5 circles colored in. So now I'm going to take a few more of my turns. I'll show you exactly what I do. I'm going to spin my spinner. I get 14. So then I'm going to go ahead. 14. I think I'm going to do, maybe I'll do 14 twelfths. When I do 14 twelfths, what I know I'm able to do is 1 whole circle is 12. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in 12 pieces, which is 1 whole. So that's going to be 12. And then I'm going to color in 13 and 14. So I have that right there. And now I'm going to go 3 more times off screen. And I'm going to show you what my results are. And then you are going to go ahead and play this game yourself. All right, so I just created my 5 different turns, and I got a total of 9 and 4/12. So I had 9 circles and I had 4/12 filled in. So I was missing 8/12. I was 8/12 away. Let's see how close can you get. You're going to go ahead again and spin this spinner 5 times, and you're going to choose what fraction you want to make out of it, either a third, sixth, or a 12th. Then once you have that done, you are going to jump to this page where we did example problems on the first page. You are going to fill in the rest of this chart here. So there are 9 problems for you to do. Once you have that, then you are all set for Number Corner for today. So thank you all so much for joining. I hope you have a fabulous day. And if you need to, and you did a picture of your Number Corner, if you did it in your workbook, go ahead and put that here. Otherwise, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.